On NBC Television's Tonight Show, Jay Leno asked Becky, "Let me get this straight. Cannibals invited you to dinner, and you went?" Well, that was good for a laugh, but he had the story wrong. We'd traveled halfway around the world to meet headhunters, not cannibals. Our flights to Tokyo, Singapore, and Borneo totaled 10,500 miles, and the final 50 proved the most difficult. We hired a guide and 2 boatmen to take us up the Lemonac River. We wanted to meet the Iban tribesmen, and their first village was less than a day upriver, including unplanned stops. Stops such as when our guides went after a 10-foot python in the water. We saw danger, they saw dinner.
I don't see it.
The snake went right into here somewhere. It's too bright, maybe.
Where did it go? Where did it go?
I mean, that was one big snake.
Well, I can't imagine chasing after a snake if we see it. I go running in the opposite direction.
As we approached the first village, we were eager to meet with the Iban people and learn more of their reputation as fierce warriors prone to collecting heads of fallen enemy. Prized possessions, the heads were often hidden to guard against their being stolen by raiding tribesmen from other parts of Borneo. But first, Selvum stopped to talk about harvesting not heads, but unusual food.
And you were saying about they cutting them off and making a lovely little treat.
What they do is they cut, if they want to get a sago worm, they will cut the whole palm and they let it to rot for 3 or 4 months. Then the beetle will go inside to lay their eggs. And that's where when the egg hatch, they get the maggot or the sago worm, we call it, as big as my thumb. It's yellow or cream in color. It's a delicacy here. People eat them raw or they deep fry them.
They deep fat fry or they eat raw maggots.
It contains a lot of protein.
I hope we get some tonight. That would be
Maybe
delicious.
tonight dinner is secret, huh?
When we arrived at the village, the chief sacrificed a chicken, put drops of blood on our hands to protect us from the spirits, and performed a ceremony.
This saber belonged to the chief's grandfather, who gave it to his father, and now the chief has it, and was used to actually cut off heads. The heads were cut off.
How many?
I don't know, but they said not just singular, but plural. And the hair, this is human hair from a head that was cut off. And on the saber thing, this thing here, this is actual hair from, this actual hair is hair cut off of the heads of enemies whose skulls hang in that long.
We were taught about making potent poison from a tree extract and given practice shooting poison darts, not at enemies, but at a cardboard target.
Did you hit it?
Yeah.
Good work.
The following morning, we boarded our boat, our destination a longhouse never before visited by Americans.
And we've learned 2 things that are very important when planning a trip like this. First is, hire the right guide. Because this man, Selvum, knows the river, knows this entire area, and loves these people. And you can see that.
And he's fluent in Iban.
And he's what?
Fluent in Iban.
Yeah, he's fluent in Iban. Here we are, now he's about to hit some rocks.
We were hoping it would rain last night so there'd be more water.
Yeah. Not only is he one of the world's great guides, but he's very quick to jump up and help pull us across the rocks when, like we are now, we end up stuck.
By the time we arrived at the village to present gifts to the 11 families, we'd run aground several times, helped drag the boat up rapids, and couldn't believe we had avoided walking the last few miles.
These guys must be exhausted. I never saw anything like it in my life. Just, this boat went places I never dreamed it could go. And here we are, about as far into the heart of Borneo as you can get.
We don't know what to expect, but we'll find out soon. We'll be sleeping on the floor of the longhouse.
And now the things that we brought, little cookies, are being passed out.
Cookies and crackers and chips and stuff.
and these packages were carried upriver, and now they're dividing them all. We presented them all to the chief, because he's the only one to give gifts to, and then the chief divides up everything he got. So he appointed these women as responsible.
We're making 11 stacks.
There are a total of 11 families here in the longhouse. So
we spent the night in the common area of the longhouse, and in the morning climbed down the steep bank to trek further into the heart of Borneo. To our surprise, several villagers came along to help, and the extraordinary service of our guides continued.
Now here it is. The woman is being carried across the river. Becky, take a look at this.
What?
Everything that's valuable to us in life is in this little boat, being rowed by two people standing up.
At our destination, our hosts built a lean-to for the night, and they ran a vine as a clothesline and gathered food from the jungle and caught a huge crawfish in the river.
Oh, look at this thing.
what the heck is that?
It's a sea monster.
Wow. Did it bite him when he got it?
We spent a night with the Ebons, and in the morning returned to the longhouse.
You can see how everybody's packing things up. The guy here in the white shirt is our guide. He's in charge, and the other people all live in the longhouse.
Then Becky had a chance to ask Selvin how the Ebons prepare their heads.
What do you do after you cut off somebody's head?
Okay, when they chopped off someone's head, they bring it back with the head, with the hairs and blood dripping down and so on. Then they will boil a pot of water and soak it in the boiled water, just to peel off the skins.
They'll soak it in boiling water to get the skin off?
Skin off, and then whatever inside the head, they will throw it away, the brains and everything.
But when do they drink the blood? Right away?
Right away, after they've chopped it, when it's still fresh. They just drink a little bit of blood. The belief of that is the dead person's spirit will come to him, so he will be stronger in spirit.
Yeah.
Then the chief ordered that we be shown their most prized possessions.
There they are. These are the heads. These are the heads that were in the attic.
These are the heads for the whole longhouse.
Hold that up. Let me take a picture with you.
They put it in the rotan basket. Normally the lower jaw will fall off. They didn't have the basket.
Oh, I see, yeah.
You need the rattan basket to keep the skull together.
You put it kind of in the light there, yeah.
Let me get it.
So do we know how old these are?
These are more than a century old.
More than 100 years?
100 years old.
Oh, nice. You drop their head. Oh, that's great. Bad luck is going to follow you forever.
This is unusual, slightly bigger than this one. No, it's okay.
Will the bad spirits now come and get him?
He's trying to clean it out. It's all dusty.
Taking the innards out of this skull.
I thought he boiled it already.
These are the things which the moon rat or rat or squirrel brought it in.
So a moon rat has gotten a bunch of twigs and put it in this guy's head. He just gave it a drink. He just gave it some rice wine.
Party with that guy.
Oh man, the head's falling out of its cage too.
The heads were put away, and in the morning we departed.
And here we go, leaving the longhouse for the last time, and going down the river to a place where there's a bridge, and then we'll get on in the van for the 4-hour drive back to Kuching.
We'll say goodbye to our boatman.
We'll say goodbye to our boatman there at the dock. This has been a marvelous experience that will end up being very hard to describe because it's so unique.
We are Don and Becky of the Gypsy Wagon Expedition, and we encourage you to explore our website, twogypsies.com.